thanks for calling in, King Darren. I appreciate that. We got a good topic going on today. We're talking about bidding jobs and how you got to set yourself free.
I agree with you. The only thing is the word the only thing that bothers me about that phrase is bidding.
Well,
Is
well,
bidding job.
we'll leave that out for another show, okay? Because we're going to talk
Okay.
about that aspect of it. So don't spoil my next show.
All right. I won't. I
Uh,
won't. I won't. What would you like? Can you ask? What would you like to hear from me? Because I'd love to be able to contribute to give you my perspective.
Here's what I would like for you to help me with, Darren. Because, as I was just sharing with these guys, time for me kept slipping away. It slipped away literally for 9 years before I realized what was broke in my company was I did not have a methodology to price a job, whether it was mowing or spraying or landscaping. I didn't know what my truck cost. I didn't know what my lawnmowers cost. I didn't know what my aerating machines cost. My weed eaters, my blowers. You've been doing this 112 years like I have. And
Yep.
that's what I would like you to share with the guys, how important it is not to get the work, just to get the work, but to know what it costs you to do the work. And then you can determine what your profit margin is.
So the way I look at it is this. A lot of guys reach out, and Hecubus today had Stump Stephen Cohen. He had a guest on about, it was a guy that wanted to know how much he should charge for mulch. And it was, when we hear that, when we hear people posting questions like that on Facebook, it reminds me of this. I don't like anybody telling me what to do.
Absolutely.
Anybody. In my personal life, I don't want anybody telling me what to do. Why would I go out and by the way, if you're getting 30 different answers about who to tell you what to do, how do you know which answer is the right one?
That's right.
So cut off all that baloney and don't ask it. Do it. Find out what it costs you to run your business, and you determine your cost. You know what it costs you to make you money. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to find somebody like Wayne to teach you how to figure out what it costs you to run your business. You got to stop. And these guys got to stop. I beg you all that are listening, stop asking questions to others about what they charge. Listen, by the way, if it's local and you have competitors out there that you have to compete against, it's okay to know what they charge, but don't ask them what to charge so that you can ask them, so you can charge that amount.
That's Darren, that's exactly what we were talking about is, I was talking about everybody's overhead's different. We can all buy the same equipment and be, working right here in Louisville, Kentucky, or Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or Boise, Idaho, or St. Louis, Missouri. We can all have the same equipment at the same exact cost. Let's create that scenario. But each one of us, our overhead is going to be different. Our use rates are different, and our desired profit margins are going to be different.
Can I give you an example?
Absolutely.
Can I give you a great example? Here's one. Well, wait a minute. Wait a second, Wayne. If we buy the same trucks and we have the same equipment, gas is the same, what could really be different? Well, I'll tell you one thing. The cost of living in each of those in each state is different.
That's
People
right.
move. You think, oh wow, listen. If you got the same money I got here in Florida in California, you'd be broke. You wouldn't be. California's the cost of living so much higher than it is here in Florida. Same thing in New York City. So you have to understand your environment and where you live. It's so important. So.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Darren. I mean, that's spot on to exactly what we're talking about. And I think it's, we work very hard as an industry. We do. We really do. Most of us work very hard. We just are not, when we think about how to charge for a job, it takes a lot of us outside our comfort zone. Kind of like that guy, on the Hecubus show this morning with Steven, what do I charge for a yard of mulch? That's the easiest thing in the world. You know what you pay for a yard of mulch, so you're not going to undersell the mulch. But what's the truck take to get it there? What's the labor take to get it out? What's the overhead? And what profit do you want on that? Those are the other questions.
Yeah, I was almost a little, I don't know if, I don't want to say disappointed, but I know that they're looking for an answer, and we're all looking for an easy way out, right? And it's kind of a shame, you know. Steve did the right thing by giving them a general idea, but I hope that, you know, my father used to say when I used to ask him, when I asked him for an answer, you know, he used to tell me he didn't give me the answer ever, but you know what he did? He gave me something even better. He told me one thing. He says, "Go look it up.
Look it up.
Do your research. Do your research and find out what the right thing to do. Don't do a research to find somebody else that's going to answer that question for you.
No,
Do the research
that's right.
to find out what it is within your business." And that got me. That's why I was able to succeed early on in my business, because I had someone that actually said to me, "I'm not giving you the answer. I'm not. You got to go find it
That's
yourself
right.
and make it work for yourself."
You know,
Yeah,
that's really what we try to do here at Profits Unlimited. It's on our website. You know, we even have a thing on there, Darren, that says, "We're not going to buy you a fish sandwich. We're going to teach you to fish." And it's
I
just
love it.
that simple. Because, you know, you go online and it says, well, we'll charge $130 for a yard of mulch, or whatever the answer is, you know, whether it's whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. But hey, show me how to calculate why it's 130, or why it's 150, or why it's 400.